Yeah, so we had to read When You Trap a Tiger from chapter 13 through 15, and then I posed you with two different questions. The first question was, so Harmony, she ran into Ricky and Ricky's dad at the supermarket, and how was Ricky's dad acting towards Ricky? Do you guys remember? Very harshly. Very harshly. What did Ricky's dad say to Ricky? Yeah. So he told Ricky to shut up at the supermarket. And then Harmony saw that and Harmony approached Ricky and Ricky's dad. And then she said something like, I know that both of you boys are really good. So Ricky's dad is an adult, but then to Harmony, Ricky's dad looks like a child to her. So she's told Ricky's dad and Ricky's dad, both of you boys are really good people. Why are you acting so harshly to each other? You gotta be kind, especially when both of you are struggling. So later it's mentioned that there's something peculiar about the family. What kind of trouble is the family going through? Ricky and Ricky's dad. What kind of trouble is there? Something unusual about the family. Or they don't have the mom. We don't really know what happened to the mom, whether she passed away or the parents are divorced, but then mom is missing. So absence of mom. So in that difficult time, you two have to support each other. And you two have to be gentle and kind to each other, right? So what were your thoughts on this part? Do you think it's all right for Harmony to step in and give advice that is not asked for? So do you think it was right to comment on somebody else's parenting style or not? Do you think it was a good idea for Harmony to do that? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, everybody actually. Yeah. So anybody share your ideas. Anybody who wants to add? So Yoongi, Jeon이, Yoongi and Jeon이. Yoongi, what did you think about this part?
Well, I thought Harmony is right because even though Ricky's dad is an adult just like Harmony, if she doesn't teach us Ricky's dad what's right, then he might never learn what is right. He'll only do the bad things.
Oh yeah. So being an adult doesn't mean that the person is perfect, right? Even adults like me make mistakes, and then they do faults all the time. So even adults need guidance from somebody else, like Harmony, and then they need guidance and direction. That's why Harmony stepped in and gave the necessary advice for the dad. Okay. Any other ideas? Or Tony?
I think Harmony is right because everybody has different types of method to teach and parenting styles. It is a good idea to sharing their own parenting style.
Oh, okay. So Harmony has her own parenting style. Probably a lot of it stemming from Korea, where she's from. And then in Korea, we have this concept called chong. So we share a lot of chong with each other within the Korean family. How can you translate that into English? 우리 정이 있어요. How do you translate that into English? Maybe a lot of bond. So she wanted to give that idea of bond, the bond between parents and then children to Ricky and Ricky's dad. Okay, any other ideas on question number one? Question number one. Oh, okay. Yeah. So Harmony, when she talked to Ricky's dad, she did not criticize him in a harsh or in a mean way. But then she made a gentle reminder for Ricky's dad, and she was pretty gentle and kind when she did that. So also, if it's parents, when they are seeing their children every day, they might be too absorbed into the situation. So it's very hard to view themselves objectively. So parents sometimes might need a third point of view that's from a total stranger. That could be really helpful for them. Yeah, and then Harmony didn't make Ricky's dad feel attacked or Ricky's dad didn't feel bad about himself, but then he was able to accept Harmony's advice because she told him in such a gentle way. Uh, yeah, and then she didn't say Ricky's dad, you're such a bad dad. You're a bad parent. She didn't say that. But then she said, you're a good boy. You're a good person. You can do so much better than that. And then she reminded how good of a person and how much good he already has inside him. And then she just reminded him to be awakened and then be a better version of himself. And that's why this kind of advice worked on him. Yeah. Okay. Oh, so who wants to participate for number one? You guys have to participate at least once. So if you don't participate here, you have to participate in question number two. Who wants to add their idea? Oh yeah, for one. For one. No? Okay, let's move on to number two. Yeah. So how many has this illness? What is the illness called? Brain cancer. What is that in Korean? 뇌암이 걸렸어. 그치? Yeah, and then when Lily's mom, found that out, what was Lily's mom's reaction to that? How was she acting? Oh yeah, she was like, oh, she was really disturbed and she was freaking out. And then she said that, Mom, referring to Harmony, we really have to go to hospital. And then we have to try all kinds of treatments that are possible. We have to 치료해. We have to try all the 치료 방법. But then what was Harmony's reaction to that? I don't want to go through all the treatments. Yeah, especially for cancer. What happens when the patient goes through the chemotherapy and then the cancer therapy? What happens to the body? Your hair all falls out. So many people go bald, and then you become really weak and thin, cannot really eat properly. Sometimes the chemotherapy works, and many times it doesn't. So a lot of people, especially old people, when they try the chemotherapy for cancer, they just like suffer a lot inside the hospital, and then being separated from the family, cannot even spend good time with their family members, and sometimes the treatment doesn't work, and then they pass away. And grandmother, what does she want to focus on during the remaining time? Oh yeah, she wants to focus on the present. And then she cannot control life and death because she's not God. She cannot predict whether the treatment is going to work or not. So she said that, I just want to focus on the present moment, and then I just want to spend quality good time with you guys. I don't want to spend the rest of my life inside the cold hospital being separated from you. And then who said that mom's approach is better, grandma's approach is better? First, mom's approach is better. Oh, trying the treatments. Okay, let's hear from you guys first. So who wants to go ahead? Oh yeah. Oh yes, Eunje and then Uyo. Yes. What did you think about this?
Live more and be with her family when she have many children.
Oh yeah. So right now, modern medical technology has been very much advanced. So even if somebody is in 70s or 80s, with the help of the modern technology and medical treatment, they can extend their lifetime maybe to like 100. So right now, everybody says that we're living in 백세 시대. So even if you're an old person, you have to try everything so that you can spend a longer time with your family members. And then if you just pass away like that, your daughter and granddaughters will miss you so much, will be in much sadness and grief. That's totally understandable. And Wendy, what did you think about this?
I agree with Mom's opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it will require a lot of money and to start doing the treatment
Mm-hmm.
and cause a side effect.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a hope that Harmony's illness can be treated.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a hope that Harmony can play with the girls and tell stories.
Oh yeah. So it's too early to give up. So she at least has to go to the doctor and then get the diagnosis and has to at least visit multiple hospitals to find hope. It's just too early to give up hope. And then if the treatment is successful, then she can spend more time with the granddaughters, and especially with in this difficult time, mom looking for a job, dad passing away. If the harmony is gone, what will happen to this family, because she's like the pillar of stability and light for this family. So she has to remain strong and healthy for a longer time. That's totally understandable. Yeah, what did you think about this, Leon?
I think thought that spending time with your family is not a good idea because she could get ill at any time and then get her bed.
Oh, yeah. So when there is a patient in one family, the rest of the family members could suffer because they have to go to hospitals all the time, take care of the sick member of the family. They cannot focus on their daily life. So the quality of life for the other family members could decrease. And Harmony doesn't want to give that kind of burden to the family. That's why she just, oh yes, Yuna.
Only mom because
Oh.
if she can be more healthy and get a better condition.
Oh yeah, so treatment can totally work. We have to hold on to that possibility, even if it's really small, that she can get well and get better and healthy and then hang out with grandchildren again. Oh, okay. So the other side, what did you which one of you thought Harmony's perspective is better? Oh, Yumi and Cheoni. Oh, okay. So who wants to participate? Oh yes, Yumi. Yeah, what did you think about this
I
one?
think Harmony is opinion is right because she's already very old. So even if the treatments work, I don't think there's very much time that she can live.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, still, even though modern technology is very, it became very advanced. Still, cancer is it's an illness that's almost impossible to treat completely.
Oh, okay. So Harmony is pretty old. And then the person who's having the condition would know best about his or her own condition. Well, doctors might say blah blah blah, like family members might say blah blah blah, but then the person who's having it would know the best about her own condition, and she probably might be aware that death is nearing, and then death might be unavoidable. So she might have that intuition, she might have that gut feeling that she cannot avoid death and she has to accept it and embrace her faith. And that's why she wants to spend the rest of her life peacefully with her family members rather than getting the treatment that is unnecessary and that might not work. Okay, who else has an idea? Okay, Tua, Taewon, and Binji. Okay, Tua, what did you think about this one?
I agree with grandmother's idea,
Mm-hmm.
and I know one feeling about grandmother,
Mm-hmm.
which is sick, but this is grandmother's problem, so I think it is her mind choosing.
Oh, yeah. So it's grandma's choice. No matter what the family member says, it's her own body and it's her own decision and it's her own destiny. As a daughter, you might want the grand or mother to live longer, but then the best thing is to wish her well and then respect her choice. Okay, that's really nice. And who else was it? Cheon이 and Minje. Okay, Cheon, what did you think about this one?
Prefers to using every medical treatments as much as they can to cure harmonious illness. But harmony thinks that it is unnecessary because she's pretty old, so even if she gets cured, it has a possibility to get illness again, and she also thinks that she couldn't live much longer. So during the last time, she wants to spend time with her.
Oh yeah, she's pretty old. And then cancer, not a terminal disease any longer. It's very hard to cure, and then even if you cure it, it might happen over and over again, spread to other parts of the body. So it would be very painful to try to track the cancer and then cure it. So it would be very difficult. It's almost near impossibility. In Harmony's idea. So Harmony is probably trying to make the best out of the remaining hours of her life. Okay, Binjo, what did you think about this one?
I agree. Harmony is because first of all, it is only the harmony's choice, and So she knows the best of her body. And second of all, when she goes to the hospital, it will take for years to cure the illness, but she would be very sad about that. Grandson Lily and Sam, her mother, is just looking to the harmony. So she will feel like sorry to them, so she would have a great time, even though she doesn't care.
Oh yeah, so if she decides to get the treatment, the last hours of her life will be spent in the cold white hospital, and then she doesn't want the last memories with her granddaughters to be so cold. She just like wants the last memories to be filled with laughter and a lot of warmth and a lot of good memories, and that's why she chooses not to get the treatment. Okay, that was really good, everybody.